Howdy. All right, my name is Jason. I'm trying to start this online nutrition and fitness coaching business. And so today, very uneventful day. I had another onboarding phone call, and it was another no show, no answer. So, what do you do to prevent that? I think I have the solution, which is basically when you have people on board, you immediately give them homework. When I say homework, it's more like, hey, do this simple thing like, hey, check out these recipes. Would these recipes sound good? Or, hey, check a list out, or take a look at these exercises. Try them out. Before we have the onboarding phone call, so that way you can just tell me what you think. Something like that, or just basically have video demonstrations of like the program, what it is. And so like if they book the call for a week in advance, every day you can send them another video, just to provide a little bit more information, so they're not just like hopping on the phone call with kind of no idea what's gonna go on. They kind of have a feel for the whole environment. They're like, I actually, on day one of the videos, they're just like, I'm kind of pretty excited about this. I mean, it sounds like something I can do. And yeah, so I'm thinking I gotta start doing that. Uneventful days, it gives you time to really just think about how you can improve your business and think about all the stuff that is the problems, and then figuring out solutions. I heard that from Russell Brunson though, the sending emails. So that's all I have today. If I if every person that booked a call today or throughout the course of this, I'd probably have like 30 clients, but maybe a little less. But yeah, there's a lot of people who don't do that, and I haven't implemented that type of, strategy to build the trust with them. So thinking that can help. Probably too, or you can even just send them to a community. If you don't already have a community and you're growing a community, that might be an issue, but potentially have like a Facebook page, and then have like a whole bunch of people. Maybe they're top fans, like where you can they can be your what are they called? I don't know what they're called, but when you have a Facebook page, you can have people that like monitor it and all that good stuff. Admins maybe. And they can like welcome them, kind of give them a feel. So rather than sending them videos via email, or text message or whatever, you can just send them there, and they can have all the other people, like, oh man, this program is so awesome. Oh man, I'm so happy for this program. Blah blah blah. All the cool stuff, and that way they can kind of be pretty pumped up for it. All right, so today that's my little spiel. That's all I got. Very uneventful day. So Pinterest, advertising on Pinterest. Have no idea how that's gonna play out. I try to set up conversions. It is a pain in the butt. Not as easy as Facebook Pixel. Pinterest, oh man, talking about the conversion API, I had no idea. I did it for Facebook, and it was a little bit difficult because I have no idea about it. But Pinterest, freaking gay or lame. Yeah, pretty lame. So there's that. So today, what I did while I had a day off today, unexpected day off. I read this book, .com Secrets. I read it before, but this time I'm going in it at a little bit different mindset, highlighting it. So that way, he has, this is the trilogy, .com Secrets, then you have the Expert Secrets, and then you have Traffic Secrets. Together, I'm like this guy, it's like Russell Brunson. So you end up just learning a lot of stuff. And so I just went, read a few pages, I think like 20 pages, just got to my who. And then once I got to my who, it kind of started triggering some thoughts in my process. And if you're on the online nutrition and fitness coaching and you're searching for certain people, your offers play a big role into your offers. So if you're looking, let's say, for people who have PCOS, or people who have diabetes, or people who have thyroid issues or something, you can have an offer specifically for them. So like if you have a thyroid condition, this program is for you. Or, if you're over 75 years old, this program is for you. And you kind of set your offers because there's a quote in here that I thought it was pretty nice. It was, if you change your bait, you'll change your customer. Meaning, basically, if you change your offer, you'll change your customer. So I thought that was pretty, that's when I stopped and decided to, really think about that, which is pretty cool, because obviously, as a business owner, but also like someone who is like the manager, the sales, the marketer, all of that, you would like to work with, people that you would enjoy. So, I just had to stop and think about that because, knowledge without implementation is kind of useless. It's like your hard drive of your computer. There's a whole bunch of stuff back there, but unless you really, really, really go digging, it's really not, useful. So, trying to how to slow this down. But yeah, I'm highlighting all the, stuff that I think is kind of important to where I can just read this book fast. I go to the highlighted, skim a little bit before. So basically, yeah, so this is the process for every sale, and I'm trying to implement it into my online nutrition, fitness, coaching business. And everything I highlight, I'll try to implement it. We'll talk about it. So if you're in the online nutrition, fitness industry, then this might help you out. It might not help you out. You might just find one golden nugget, but at the end of the day, if a 25-minute video, you have one golden nugget you can implement into your business and double your revenue. Yo, why not? All right, so it says whatever they're selling, the process was the same. They would they would place a small ad asking people to contact their company for a free report, a little lead magnet. After you contacted them, they would send you your sales letter disguised as a free report, lead magnet, selling a low, but also selling a low ticket information product. So like, yeah, thank you for your free report. You might be interested in this. And then when you purchase that product, they would send me their system along with another sales letter telling me about their high ticket product. So basically, that's basically your funnel right there. Pretty simple stuff. So what I was thinking about is, your free report. I was just I was creating some lead magnets today, 7 myths that, people think about or 7 weight loss myths that have been debunked that might be holding you back or something like that. And it just talks about, like cutting your or cutting meals out of your day. That's a myth that will help you lose weight. That's a myth. Man, I can't even think of them. There was like 7 of them, and I created it. I used a beacon, and then I tried to run an ad to the beacon, but on the beacon, so beacon.com or beacon website, whatever, you can create these lead magnets. And then on the first page, it basically had the website, so I was hoping to send the traffic that were interested in the 7 myths, like whatever, they would go to the beacon, and then they can have the evolveandhealth.com. They click on the link, or they go to the last page. So first it's like the cover page, basically 7 myths, and then the middle page is basically the 7 myths and talks about how they're debunked. And then your last page was an offer. I thought that might have helped trying everything, and it did not work out the way I anticipated. I mean, I only spent like $5 on ads, but I was, I thought maybe I can get $1 a lead, which is not a lot for a lead. I mean, it's pretty nice, but it was really slow, and there's no really way I can track that because it's through Beacon. So I want to set up to where my sales funnel, I don't really have a sales funnel. I have a website, but it's not really a website. It's a assessment place. So I can't really do pricing and all that, but I wanted to create it to where there's a blog section on that, so that way I can have all these articles, and then I can go to like the Facebook pages and then provide articles, and I can just give them brief little brief things. So like the 7 myths that people think about or think is true when they're losing weight, and then I'll just say boom 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 boom, and let's say, hey, if you want the details on how they're debunked or what articles prove that this is wrong, go to this website. Boom, and they go to the website, and then basically I just have a grip of resources about online online, but about nutrition and fitness, just exercises, nutrition, diet, all that good stuff. And then, that's just blog. And then on the next page, it's basically the home page, which is basically the sales funnel, which is one call to action on every page. There's nothing where they go to the website and they're like, oh, there's so many choices, and they just back out. It's more of a, just like my lead magnet is, or my funnel, if you will, is basically, you'll get this, put your contact information, they click that button, they filled out some questions, the last page is book a call. There's only 2 call to actions, which is pretty dope. Book a call, and basically click a button that says start your free, or start to lose weight now, and then they go to assessment. They don't know it's assessment, but they click on it, and the first question is like, when do you want to start? And then there's all that stuff. But yeah, so there's that. I think that would be pretty cool to have a lead, the blog post as your lead magnet. And I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can like create blog posts as lead magnets. Like you have an ad creative, and then on that ad creative, that's like your share link. So like when you send text messages and you have the website, some websites have that share link, so then you can just have those ad creatives and they can just keep going. All right, so another thing I highlighted, after someone purchased one of his products, the next page had an upsell page where he made people a special one-time offer, or OTO, asking them to upgrade their offer. So by adding one-time offers, after your core offer, you'll be able to increase your customers' total order, so you can still buy ads and remain profitable. So the online nutrition fitness coaching business, I was trying to think about what I can offer as far as, the one-time offer, and the only one-time offer that I can think of is potentially just like instead of buying the 1 month, buy the 3 month. Instead of buying the 3 month, buy the 6 month. Instead of buying the 6 months, buy the 9 month. If not buying the 9 month, buy the 1 year. And each of them will have like a little bit more of a discount. That's the one thing that I can imagine. So if you end up, having a nice stack of testimonials, I think it'll be a little bit easier, especially too if people are trying to save money, but they know they're going to need the service. If someone's 350 pounds and they know for a fact they want to be 250 pounds, you can easily get them for 1 year. Say lose 100 pounds in 1 year, dude, and you can get a discount, if you just buy the 1 year, and, the more likely you're going to actually stick to it. If you invest the money into it now, is more likely, rather than getting something for free. You don't really have any conviction, you don't really care, you're just like, it's another day. But when someone invests money or their time, then they're just going to be like, all right, yeah, I might as well do it. I just gave you $1,000 or whatever, the year or whatever. So the OTO, the over or one-time offer, it's basically what else can you do to serve them. That's basically, there was an example where somebody goes into a store to buy running shoes. If you're a good salesperson, or if you're in a good business, or if you run a business and you have people, even whether they're salespeople or not, you can say, hey, well, I know you're looking for shoes, but you're more likely going to need the pants. You're probably going to need the water backpack. If you need a water backpack, you need the iPhone holder, you need the headphones. We have it all here. You can buy it here. That's what a good salesperson would do, because not only are those people going to need it eventually, or probably want it eventually, but you're providing all that right away, rather than letting them find out, like while they're running, their phone falls out their pocket, or, they're running and, they're thirsty. They're just like, man, I wish I had, you know what I mean? You can just provide all that stuff. So you're really serving them by selling more to them. You're actually providing more value. It's not really like selling them stuff that they don't need. It's more like, hey, you're probably going to need this. So that's one thing. What I could do there is, for the nutrition and fitness coaching, I don't really know what I could do there. I mean, I know there was this company that like bought them like actual clothes and like shoes and stuff, and they actually sent them. Obviously they would charge them for them, but I heard of a company doing that. So you can simply figure out what you can add, even if it's resistant bands. You know what I mean? Buy resistant band, maybe some adjustable dumbbells. You don't need to have them. You can have a like a sponsorship or um, a sponsorship or what's it called? A an affiliate program where you basically drop the link and you get a commission off of it. So whether you have dumbbells, resistant bands, freaking little weight bands, ankle bands, or ankle weights, weighted vest, you can definitely add that to your product. And heck, maybe, I mean, you just by adding their link, their affiliate link, they might be getting it at markup, but you'll be getting a commission for it. So that's something that I could potentially do. You can do too. Let me see what else we got here. But ultimately, what that does, it does give your customer a better experience. It's not like you're being a salesman that's trying to just, hey, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. If they don't really need it, but if they can use it, if they're probably gonna use it, like even adding like, oh well, we have a cookbook, they're gonna be like, oh cool, it's like they're probably gonna want a cookbook, and so then you can sell them the cookbook. And you can honestly, with doing that, you spend a lot more money to acquire a customer. So as long as you have a markup on at least some of that stuff, or you're getting your affiliate percent out, whether you're getting 20% off, or if they're paying full price, but you get 20% off, or 20% of the full price, whatever your affiliate is, then you can basically spend more money to acquire a customer. So if you're an affiliate for a resistant bands company and you get $3 for every resistant band kit that you sell via getting people onto your list, or onboarding and all that, you can spend $3 more and still basically break even, rather than that's just adding it to it. So you can spend more to acquire more because you're getting all the extra stuff, which is pretty cool. So there's a little famous quote from Dan Kennedy. Ultimately, the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. A business beats its competition by making the same prospect worth more to his business than of his competition. So if online nutrition fitness coaching, if someone came to me and I was able to, have a cart value of $500, super package, you got the dumbbell, resistant bands, all that, and compared to the other guy where he's only getting $200, he's only going to be able to spend $200 to acquire a customer if he doesn't have all that extra stuff. Because if your monthly service is $200 and it takes you $250 to find that $200 client, then you're going to be losing money. Therefore, you're going to be going out of business. But the more money you can spend, because of the more value you provide, you just keep on trucking, and the more money you can spend, ultimately makes you outbid your competitors. So you'll get more traffic, all that good stuff. So there's in this book he mentioned there's about 10 different funnels that he uses daily, but each one of them has their different purposes. One is for acquiring customers. One is for ascending them into your value ladder, which is like to buy the cookbook. And then they're interested in the nutrition and fitness meal plan for 30 days. And then they're just like, you know what, I want to go all in on the accountability. And then you have, another package, which is the community that they, whatever, just keep on growing up. And then the monetizing them. So basically just suck them out of whatever cool stuff. You got supplements, you got other products that you can be like, hey, I know you're trying to, you're doing this weight loss journey. I got stuff that could potentially help you. Here's, if you want to take a look at it, all these supplements. And you just keep sending them, and then you just get affiliate links or commission. So there's that. Another thing next is one of the fundamental rules of marketing is that a confused mind always says no. So when you get crowded, goes back to like your website. If you I actually ran a print on demand t-shirt business. I used Wix. And so when we advertise people, we didn't have an exact URL for the product. So when we advertise, we basically advertised the whole website. So when people clicked on the image, the creative, and they're like, that's a cool shirt. But when they click on the URL, it goes to their website, and you know what happened? No conversions, because then they have to like go and look where is that t-shirt at, you know what I mean? They have to go through the website, figure out where the t-shirt is at. That's through Wix. That's no bueno. Shopify or ClickFunnels, that's what I've heard. That's pretty good. You can have whatever. When you think of your website, you don't have to have all the bells and whistles, all the services, all the all the gadgets, all that. You just have that simple call to action, one call to action. Put your contact information if you're looking for online nutrition and fitness coaching, and then an expert will talk to you soon. That's it. So that way it's more likely they went there because they clicked on your ad, or they found some content that they found meaningful to their situation, and they're like, yeah, all right, I'm here, I'm gonna give you my information so I can get more information about whatever I need. So yep. So for an example, in the book it says after they have the contact information, they ask the person. Okay, so it's basically talking about a salesperson. It's similar to hiring the best salesperson, putting them outside of your store, and then as each person walks by, they ask them for their name and contact information. After they have that, then they ask the person what it is that they are looking for. When they find out, they take the person inside the store, bypassing the dozen things that could distract them and helping them find the exact thing that they are looking for. So after the salesperson gives them exactly what they're looking for, they can upsell them on other products or services that perfectly complement the original purchase and will help serve that customer at a higher level. So it's basically online nutrition and fitness coaching. Like I said, get this offer, or have like a pretty granddaddy above the fold. You got 3 seconds to capture the attention. I used ChatGPT and had him basically do a Russell Brunson type theme, which has like FOMO, fear of missing out, plus fear, logic, all that, just above the fold, little quick rant, and then contact information. Now, how is that the reason why I'm getting all these onboarding calls and not a lot of freaking people? Am I sending the wrong meaning or message when they see that? I don't know yet. I'm still working on it. I'm assuming that I can implement what I talked about earlier with the videos before the onboarding, giving them a little bit of homework, trying to figure out, send them to a community potentially, which I have to create a community. I've just created a Facebook, and this is why I'm trying to do every door direct mail or door hangers or business cards or anything that I can do without technology, because I just created this so I can, create the social media. I'm already banned, dude. I'm already banned. I have to send a video confirmation. They think I'm a bot, but that can happen throughout the course of your advertising history. So don't ever, have a primary advertising solution. So like if you only use meta ads, there's a chance that they can just rip that from you right away. Same with I don't know about Google ads. I mean, I'm sure they can, you break their policies, they can rip that from you. And Pinterest or whatever, all the other social media or all the other advertising technologies that you can use, they can immediately ban you. So what I would recommend is get good at one for sure. Get good at one 80% of your time, work on that, and then 20% work on another one, just because if they do ban you completely, you're screwed, and then you have to completely start from scratch. So doing 80% on one, and then 20% on the other, just dabble a little bit, $5 date on daily spends just to sample with it, and all that good stuff. So there's that. But I'm working on it. I'm only like 6 months in this. I'm expecting to be grinding for a while before I get any source of success where I quit my job. That's the ultimate goal, man. Quit my job, work from anywhere I want, do whatever I want, help other people do this exactly what I'm doing, so that way they can do whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want. You know what I mean? Pretty dope life. That's what I feel. Helping people, help people, help people. All right, so um all right, so I'm just gonna go reiterate on this. I take someone to a page that only has one goal, to get their name and contact information. From there, I take those people who became leads into a sales process to sell that one product or service they are looking for. After they make the purchase, I help them customize the order for them through an upsell process, and later I use other funnels to help ascend those customers to other things I have to sell. Um, so I guess here's a little picture right there. I guess I should be dropping you guys all these pictures. Russell Brunson did. This is your OTO. Let me see. Yeah. Russell Brunson, get the book, dude. See, if I had an affiliate link, I can make some money off of this and I can advertise this to promote this video. But while promoting this video, you're basically paying for this video if I had an affiliate link for this book. So just think about it, you know. Knowledge without implementation is useless. All right, so we're gonna go to the secret formula, ask 4 simple questions, and that serve as the guide. All right, so the 4 questions: who, where, bait, result. Who is your dream customer? Question 1: the better you can identify this person, the easier it will be for you to find them. You don't want to have a whole bunch of people you don't want to work with. You don't want to have a whole bunch of people that are, untrustworthy. People are not going to show up to the onboarding process. So you got to just, try to figure out your offer, your message to find those people. People who have thyroid problems. If you want those people, then you just send a direct, hey, I'm looking for people with thyroid problems. But if you're looking for regular people, you kind of just have to kind of include that in your offer. Like, if you have any diseases, I'm not good, something like that. But obviously not like that. All right, and then so once you find them, you got to figure out where they're congregating, which is basically find out where they're hiding. Because I heard this Myron Golden, it said that you don't really grow an audience. What you do is you attract an audience, because the audience is out there, you know what I mean? There's like 7 billion, or it's like 2 billion people with social media. You don't grow it, you just attract it, you know what I mean? So that's the one thing. But you find out where they're hiding, Facebook groups, online nutrition and fitness coaching. You can go to Instagram post and figure out all the ads. You can even look at ads and people are like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. You just hit them with info, boom. Facebook pages, you hit them with that, boom. You can even search certain stuff like weight loss help or something, and you can just, I'm assuming, that's why I need to get my Facebook going so I can start doing this and, start providing more, not necessarily value, but figuring out where my ideal clients are, so I can just hit them with all the information that I need. I'm doing one for clients, personal training clients, and I'm also going to be starting off right now looking for personal trainers, so people who want to train, or people who, kind of in the fence of becoming a personal trainer, quitting their job for it, or just wanting to help people personal train friends, family, or whatever. And so I'm going to be doing 2, but the primary right now obviously is finding my clients. But while I'm doing that, I also want to find other personal trainers. It'd be super cool to find like an inner circle or a bunch of personal trainers who are trying to do the same thing, grow their business, and then just collab. We just collab and just grow this big empire, you know what I mean? Kind of not by ourselves, but together. I think together that'd be pretty dope. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that's probably what I have to do. I figure out who the ideal customer is. So for now, it's going to be the online nutrition fitness coaching clients, people who want to lose weight, people who want to get toned, people who want to just go to the gym, follow a diet plan, lose weight. There's a bunch of them, but you just got to figure out your who, and then you got to figure out where they are. And then the next is, what is the bait that you can use to attract them to you? For example, I ran an ebook to get leads. It was a free ebook, free cookbook ebook, high protein. And out of all those leads, because they were free, they weren't highly converting to my nutrition plan or my fitness plan or my nutrition and fitness accountability plan or even my book, my actual book. So what you're throwing out there is what you're going to be grabbing out there. If you're fishing with worms, you're not going to be getting the super shark, or maybe you will, but it's going to be very rare. My job is to throw out hooks to try to grab their attention, and after I have their attention, I tell them a story to build a relationship and increase their perceived value of what I have to offer. So when I hear that, I basically say, hey, here's 7 myths that people believe is true about weight loss. And then once I have their attention, I tell them a story. Like, actually, I have learned from sports and nutrition medicine that all this is lies. You don't actually lose weight from cutting out meals throughout your day. You don't actually, and then you basically build that, as you tell the story, like, I learned this. And then you say, and basically builds that relationship, and it increases the perceived value of what you have to offer. So if you're going to be like, yeah, if you actually need expert guidance because you provided that, you're obviously coming off as an expert, because obviously, you know what I mean? So there's that. So first one is find out who, and then your next one is figure out where they are. The next one is throw out hooks to figure out who attaches, and then once they attach, you create a story to behind it, and all these can be plug and play. You can have a script. People, a lot of businesses advise scripts. You don't have to follow it, but it's nice to have a framework to go by. So you can do it 100 times, and if you get 100 zeros, then that means what you're saying is wrong. And so if you can analyze what you're saying and then keep trying different stuff and say, oh, when I said this person actually responded, then you implement that, and then you start doing that for the next 100 people. And if 5 of those hundreds, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep this, but what if I change this? And you just keep going until you get like 100% conversion rate. And then there's power in repetition. So you'll end up getting there. You'll end up getting balling, all the clients in the dang world, dude. So there's that. Question 4, what is the unique result that you can create for them? People don't come to you because they want your product. They come to you because they want a specific result. So what is the process you will take them through to give them more value so you can serve them at a higher level and give them a result that will truly change their life? So for nutrition and fitness coaching, you're obviously going to explain to them. For this topic in particular, especially if you're doing the onboarding phone call, you definitely want to sell the sizzle, not the steak, or sell the steak, not the sizzle. You want to sell the vacation, not the trip, the plane flight and all that. You want to just talk about how you want them to get into results-based thinking. Oh, you're gonna look good. You're gonna lose 6 inches off your waist. You're gonna drop 40 pounds. Like, oh, it's gonna be so awesome when your friends see you. They're gonna be like, holy moly. You're gonna feel good in anything you wear. All that good stuff. And this is definitely during the onboarding call. And then when you get them, they're like, yes, I'm ready. You get the payment, then you got to hit them with the hard truths. You don't really have to hit them with the hard truths, but it's good to set them up for like, yo, this is going to be really hard. It's just going to be about consistency and sacrificing, all the old habits that you had, because obviously you're this way because you built a life of bad habits, and now you're gonna have to reverse all that in order to get the results you want in a time frame you want. I'm sure you can add it a little bit, but you don't really want to scare them away, because online nutrition and fitness coaching, they're not going to be calling you if they didn't have the problem, you know what I mean? Or trying to get more information if they didn't have the problem. The problem is they don't know what to do, or they lack the ability to do what they know they should do. So they're, you're gonna have to hit the switch on them. All right, so those 4 simple questions will not only be the framework for section 1, but everything else you learn inside of this book will fit somewhere inside of that structure. I do have a little more going on 34 minutes here. Holy smokes. All right. So first, you have to ask yourself, who is my dream customer? Then go find where your dream customer are congregating. So there's a quote. If you don't like your customers, that's your fault, not theirs. You attract your customers based on the content and offers that you put into the marketplace. And that's where the quote is: if you change your bait, you'll change your customer. So who is the person you really want to serve? The first question you have to ask is, who do I actually want to work with, you know? So I guess I'm going to keep going. I think this is the last one, because once I got that, I had to stop and think, and I used ChatGPT, type in some stuff to figure it out. But I'm over here trying to think about, you know, I'm still trying to struggle it. I'm struggling a little bit. Obviously, I would love to find people who are in the online nutrition, fitness coaching, weight loss, results based thinking. Like, oh man, I gotta change. But ultimately, my real dream, my dream 100, is finding, you know, people who want to lose weight at this time, but then learn so much that they end up teaching other people, and then they message me and say, dude, can you teach me how you do this? Oh man, if I could just find 1,000 of those, oh, money, money, money. I mean, just helping people. The cool thing about helping people help people is that when you help people, you help people. So if someone that you helps, you know, 40 or 50 more people, you just helped 40 or 50 more people you don't even know about. Pretty cool. So the better you do, so like the better I do here, the better the other people are going to be. So therefore I could just help more people by being better at what I do. That's why I got to document the stuff, you know what I mean? And then I use ChatGPT to write down the descriptions. So the stuff, you know, I can definitely go in through, and then I have this like freaking super long conversation with ChatGPT with video URL analysis, where it basically can say, yo, dude, what are the topics I haven't covered? You know, what are some topics that, you know, people who want to train people are going to be needing, because the memories are always updated on ChatGPT. It knows you. You can ask ChatGPT, what do you know about me, and this guy will, or this, it will tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Its memory is updated. So the questions that you have to ask for your clients is, what are the offers I can create that would attract them and repel everybody else? So for example, I'm just gonna be like diabetes. If you're looking for people with diabetes, your offer is going to be, hey, I'm looking for people with diabetes. And that would probably repel everybody who doesn't have diabetes. So that's just an example. Obviously you can create your offer. So like for me, I'm offering free 4 weeks, because I have no testimonials, I have no social proof. I'm basically, I'm desperate here. But what kind of clients am I attracting? I'm attracting the free clients. So I actually thought about this, and I'm like, I might just end up having to charge half off. You know, I'll say half off. You get first month half off, $100, and then that's basically because I don't want to attract a whole bunch of freebies. You know, I want people, and also if the offer is so good, they might not believe you, they might not trust you. That's a whole nother thing. So yeah, there's that. So in this example, Russell Brunson talked about, he says, this one, it hit me pretty good, dude. And this is where I literally stopped. I was like, man, it's pretty good. So he says, for the women, I picked a name, I wrote it down, Julie. Then I listed out the things that I knew about Julie that I wanted to serve. She is successful and driven. She has a message to share. She has values, her personal growth, and over money. And then there's more a little about it, but I'm not gonna get into it. And then he put, next I wrote I wrote down the name Mike. Next to Mike's name, I wrote out the things about him, you know. And then he said he went to Google Images and typed in Julie, and the characteristics he had written out. Within minutes, he found a picture that looked like the woman in his mind. I did the same for Mike, and within minutes, he had both pictures of his dream customers printed out and hanging out the wall. I'm just gonna read this whole thing. I didn't have it highlighted, but it only adds context. I think it's super powerful, especially for online nutrition and fitness coaching. It's definitely, you're gonna have to figure out who you want to work with. If you want to work with older people, you need to target your older people. What you throw out there is what you're gonna attract. So at the time, this seemed like a silly exercise, but just last month, I hosted a private event here in my office in Boise, Idaho, with 100 of my top entrepreneurs that I serve. Each of them paid me $50K to be in that meeting. Each of them had businesses that made a minimum of $1 million per year, and each of them were my dream clients. I stood up and told them that I had written something about one of them, and I wanted to see if they can guess who I was talking about. I read out loud the characters for both Mike and Julie. When I asked them to raise their hands if they thought I was talking about them, almost every hand in the group went up. I told them that 6 years earlier I had written out my dream customer avatar and had focused on creating offers and producing content that would attract that exact person. 6 years later, I was sitting in a room with 100 of the exact people that I had set out to attract just a few short years earlier. I'm like, dang, see what I'm talking about? This book is good. But that's all I have highlighted. In these videos, I tend to figure out what I got to do for the business every day. So I try to do my best. I had an onboarding phone call, went to poop. Never happened. I called, I left a voicemail, no response, nothing. I've had times where I have onboarding calls, and I send them the application to download. That has all the in-house video exercises, recipes, nutrition plan, calendar, all that. And onboarding call went good, send them the link, they never download it. Then there's people who just fill out leads, and then they say they're depressed, they want to lose weight because they're feeling self-conscious, this, that, and the third. And then you hit them up, nothing. It's like there's a bunch of that going on right now in my life. But I'm not gonna give up. So you gotta stay consistent, and you just gotta keep on moving every day. Just figure out what's to do next, and things you can learn from, things that are not helping. So yeah, like.